Hey everybody, I just want to share my thoughts on this article that I saw this morning on the NBC Today show. I'll put a link to that article in the video description. But pretty much it talked about car manufacturers going back to buttons and going away from the touch screens. And the reasons why they do this, it's kind of BS, really. But I know why they do it. And it's not all bad, the reasoning why, but I just wish they'd be upfront and honest about it. So what they said is that buttons, physical buttons, are making a comeback on automobile dashboards, right? They say it's about consumer demand for haptic feedback and being more in control, being able to feel the changes that they're making. Supposedly they say it's going to be safer while driving and then it won't change car prices. But again, this is all BS, right? Why? Because think about it, a car design to production is about a 5-year cycle. So that means that they made this decision back in 2020. And what was happening in 2020? COVID. Everything was shut down. You couldn't get anything out of China, especially electronics, right? And now, of course, tariffs are here. They add up to, as of today, about 50% per imported electronic component. Tomorrow that could be different, could be higher or lower. But as of today, it's probably about 25 to 50%. But what's really happening is, car ads are about 50% of the for-profit news ad revenue. So they're kind of shaping the story. The dealers want you to believe that it's about safety and not just about cost because they don't want to lower their prices. And really, plastic buttons are cheaper, right? Every supplier that works with the automakers, is in the automaker industry, whether you're tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, they know how automakers really squeeze the most costs out of you, right? They really try to squeeze you dry. So, but this really isn't a bad thing to have more buttons than screens, right? More button production means there's more plastic and rubber jobs as they're bringing it all back to North America. There's a lot of awesome vendors, plastics, rubbers, metals, push buttons, labels, vendors that I know that already exist and have the infrastructure ready to go for this. So that's positive in that kind of sense. I guess it makes the drivers feel more personal and under control. And lastly, it's really less of a strain on electronic component supply chain. This is really important, right? So this reduces the strain on the electronic component supply chain. It frees capacity for robotics, industrial machinery, and other consumer goods. So with lower restrictions and more capacity, lower demand, that could decrease prices on consumer electronics and industrial machinery and robotics. So it's not all bad, but I do call BS on the story that they're selling. All right. So if you want to learn more, you can check out the links in the description and make sure to follow me on LinkedIn for daily insights on supply chain and operations and calling out any kind of BS that might be shared.